Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. Or if you're new here, welcome to another edition of Kingly Conversations. This week, man, we got another hot one for you. But before we get into all of that, Zoe's got some shout-outs.
Yo, what up? It's your boy, Twine. Hey, shout out to all those fighting for happiness. I hope you find it from within.
All right, so this week, we talking about chickens, pigeons, and eagles. Strap in. Let the kings talk about it. All right, folks, welcome back to another edition of Kingly Conversations, man. And like I am every single week, I'm Alan.
Hey, yo, you know what time it is. It's your boy, Twine, a.k.a. Twine. Ask me about my podcast, man.
It's your friend, your mentor, Calvin D. Hill.
Live via satellite over there.
Via satellite. Shout out to Calvin today. He's out remotely. He has business to tend to, but we still made time.
The most important business ever.
Oh, my God. What business is that, Calvin?
Your family.
Okay. Where the boys at?
Don't worry about that. They
Yeah. So, gentlemen, the topic today, chicken, pigeons, eagles. Calvin, you came up with this topic, so go ahead and lead this thing off, my guy.
Okay, so chicken, pigeons, and eagles. And what we're talking about, well, what the thought came from, I was listening to a guy, a preacher over in Texas, well-known, and he made the statement that if you see a bunch of chickens, you're flying too low. And then he went on to elaborate of how people's mindset determine their level in life or their level of achievements in life. So look at your circle, look at your friends, and figure out, are you or the people you are around aspiring to do whatever in life? If it's basic, if it's excellent, if it's low, you kind of take an evaluation of your friends, of your circle, and figure out, okay, are they trying to better themselves? Are they just hanging out at the club? They just drinking and just chilling out? They're not trying to do anything productive with their life. Then it's possible you might be flying a little too low.
I'm glad you said that, Calvin.
Mm-hmm.
So, being that we have established what chickens are, actually, we haven't established what chickens are. So let's break down each one of these categories, so we can personalize this and connect with our listeners. What would y'all consider a chicken? Me, I'll start first. I will say that people with a lot of negative energy, for me, that would be the chickens on my part. Like I cannot be around them in that manner because most of the time those people with all them negative thoughts, they ain't really doing nothing with their life, man. They out here and just lollygagging and want to complain about everything and everything under the sun. They ain't doing nothing. They ain't out here making no money, man. They ain't out here motivated to go out here and do better for themselves, man. So those are the chickens in my. Do y'all agree or would y'all disagree?
No, I understand.
No, you say no. No.
I said what I said. I understand.
You understand what?
I understand what you're saying.
Oh, you understand what I'm saying. So okay, so y'all elaborate. What would y'all consider to be chickens? I'll wait.
First of all, before I even get into this discussion,
okay,
I just want to make it abundantly clear that everybody is somebody's chicken, somebody's pigeon, and somebody's eagle.
Correct.
Because, 20 years ago, I might have been somebody's chicken that today I might be somebody's eagle to. So if we're talking about So when we talk about this, understand that it really is always a sliding scale because it's based on where you are.
So you said there's phases to it?
That's life. There's phases to life in general. So like for me, so when 20 years ago, 10 years ago, we'll even say, the person that was that would have been a chicken as compared to me, because that really is all it is comparison. You're looking at yourself, you're looking at them, you're saying, yep, they're a chicken.
I like it.
Or you're saying, yep, they're a pigeon. Mm-hmm. Or yep, they're an eagle. That's a different group of people 10 years ago for me than it was today. So like today, you may see yourself as an eagle, but you could be my chicken.
I tell you what, I'm glad you said that. See, that's why I rock with Alan, because he always brings things, he shows the bigger picture. I was at one point in my life a chicken. I was that same person I disagree with.
No. You still a chicken.
Nah, bro.
For somebody.
Nah, bro.
You your eagle. Mm-mm. But you somebody's chicken. If you and let's say Jim Carrey was in the same room, you are a baby chicken. If money is in that equation.
But see,
matter of fact, you still in the egg.
If money is in the equation, that's why I'm so glad I didn't.
If money is in the equation, yeah, or in the
I'm
equation.
just saying.
I understand what you're saying.
It's all about how we judging this.
You as a financial status.
It's not just you mentioned financial. You said they ain't making no money. Me, that's what you said.
No, but I started with the negative energy.
You
though.
did, you
Right,
did, but
right.
but so I would almost say that in general, up until a lot of people started, up until recently, I was probably, if we're talking about positivity and positive attitude and positive mindset, out of most of the people I'm around, I'm probably the most positive one over the last 20 years.
So you saying you're equal?
I'm saying that I'm positive the vast majority of the time.
I said what I said.
I don't do these labels because I know that as much as I may believe within myself that I'm an eagle, it's like.
But you said in your circle though.
Yeah.
In your circle. So for me, I would never be in the same room with Jim Carrey. I don't see any scenario unless I go to a comedy club and he goes back to stand up. I don't see me ever being in the
I don't
same
know
circle.
that that's true.
I'm listening.
Because I know that one of the things you want to do is real estate. That could catapult you into circles that you ain't used to being in.
That is
just the very nature of moving into that realm will put you in circles where you might be the person who just closed on a second property or third property, but you might be in the same room as billionaires because it could be a conference, it could be a chamber meeting, could be anything, and now you're catapulted into this environment where compared to them,
I am the chicken.
You are
the chicken. All right.
So that's the only thing I say. So yes. I mean, in looking at it, it's essentially people that what this really is people that look up to you, people that generally would look up to you, people that are on your level, and the people that you would look up to when we talk about chickens, pigeons, and eagles. Pigeons, because the truth, now, when I learned this particular deal, it was reds, greens, and blues. And the blues looked up to you. But you were always, so to you, you are always your green, meaning you're always the person in the middle because there's always somebody that you're looking up to and always somebody looking up to you, no matter what level you're at. So that's why when people say, chickens, pigeons, and eagles, I mean, it's like everything other than the eagle is derogatory.
It's kind of compartmentalizing. It's putting it in
there.
Okay.
Because it depends on the circle that you're in. And when I say circle, I'm not talking about your close friends. Although, one of my mentors, Jim Rohn says you will become the average of the 5 people you associate with the most. But like at this age in my life, I might not even associate with 5 people on a regular basis.
You know what? I got a question.
Yeah.
I'm going back to the origins of what and how this topic came about. Mm-hmm. If the pastor is saying there is chickens, pigeons, and eagles, what is he to his congregation? What is he to his congregation?
This your category, man. This your thing, bro. You the one brought it up.
You want to bring some more context in it?
Bring some more context. Bring some more context.
Right. That's where I put what I put. Low mindset.
But what does that mean?
Exactly. So a low mindset is typically someone of a lazy. you're lackadaisical about your endeavors in life. You have no ambition. You're not trying to aspire. It's not that you have accomplished anything. It's not based on a financial situation. It's more or less based on a mindset. It's based on what you live your life principles.
So if I was a lazy Christian, I would be a chicken.
But so here's my question with that, because you listened to it and I didn't. So here's always my question with that.
I took the
bits and pieces.
That's why I put in the notes with the mindset, and I left it alone with mindset, because
I get it.
It's really dealing with everybody at different financial, social, whatever economic status you want to use. These same principles, like you said, still apply. If you have a low mindset towards your life, how you carry yourself, how you deal, is a chicken mentality.
So here's the question then that I would have. If this person is living the life they want to live, is that a low mindset?
It's their mindset. You can't tell a chicken he's wrong for being a chicken.
But but that's what I'm saying. So if we're saying they're a chicken and they're living the life that they want to live and we haven't gotten there yet.
I didn't say it was wrong. You're more than welcome to. Yeah, I'm glad you did.
I'm just saying, because, these pressures will tell you.
But you got to, again, and that's why I left it at where I did in dealing with mindset.
I understand.
Because most time people, if you look at your circle, and that's the other part to it. Like you said, typically you would be the person in the middle. There's always somebody above, there's always somebody beneath. But in this case, it more or less deals with a generalized mindset of this is how you live, this is your day-to-day, this is what you do as far as your life is considered. Because like you said, some people are fine with the bare minimums, putting in the least amount of effort, doing the very least they can do, not living up to full potentials, not trying to aspire to excellence. And that's a mindset, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong. I'm not saying there's something wrong with it. It's just, are you okay with it?
So what if the person is aspiring to excellence, but their version of excellence is not the same as the person making the statement?
So then are you asking, would they be an eagle, pigeon, or chicken?
That's the question. Because if they're aspiring to excellence.
Because you're aspiring to a level, and you're trying to achieve at a high level. Because most do not have a practice of aspiring to excellence.
But let me just add my personal input as far as my experience.
Yeah.
Because I have been someone that did not know as far as the potential that I did have, or that I do have. I didn't see the king that's among you right now. You know what I mean? I didn't. But see, I personally didn't think that for myself. However, when I got outside of the circle that I was in at that time, I started to see things differently, and I started to move differently. I started to think differently. I started analyzing things that I saw around me differently, and that allowed me to grow. So there are some, going back to what Alan's saying, there are some out here that maybe their standard at that time, they don't know no better at that time. Mm-hmm. But there's always potential for growth. Like you said, there's always phases. So for me, I think the idea of the labels, I don't like the labels.
Look, the reason is because so 20 years ago these labels might have worked. But so as a matter of fact, it relates back to that one of those videos that you sent the other day. And then, of course, me being Huey, I had to go off on a tangent, right? So, but it's because we want things to be so cut and dry, and none of this stuff is from all of this stuff is far more complex than we give it credit for, and we are very quick, as Americans at least, to put a label on everything.
And I'm pretty sure at the time, this pastor you're talking about, he had good intentions, and he was trying to be cool with the wordplay and try to tie things together, man. But looking at it now,
how long ago was this done? Last week?
Probably a while ago, but
it had to be over 5 years ago, bro.
But why? Like I said, it doesn't deal with the
And this, you know
concept.
what?
It doesn't deal with the conception that you're trying to say. Okay, you have to be this.
Okay.
It's not dealing with that. It's dealing with
gotta-
your mindset towards how you pursue or how you deal with your life.
I got a question, and this is for Huey and you, the angry pastor. Do you think, would you think, or would you consider this to be, like, by making these categories, is this like segregating and separating?
No, it's dealing with your mindset. It's giving you a perception, and it's giving you an idea of, or a way to look at your circle, look at the people you're around, and look at the mindset that each person in your circle has. And if you see a lot of low mindset, low mentality, low bad destructive behavior around you, then you are flying too low.
So then the question I would have is, so the problem I see is, if these are the people that's in your circle, because that's what we've been using,
Right.
More likely than not, you are like them.
Right, and that's what the statement is.
And
you're
so
flying too low.
But if you are like them, then you probably are flying exactly where you wanted to fly.
So then you have
Birds of a feather.
Right, there you go. There y'all with it.
Like-
there you with it. There you go.
But guess what? But guess what? But
That means
here's
you
the problem.
trash.
There
So
there
you're telling
go.
me that if I look around my circle and I'm seeing what we call low-minded mindset, which is also defined as inclined to vulgar or unworthy things. If you look it up, you'll read it for yourself.
Ooh.
That means I am also in that same category. So if
Here we
they
go.
trash, I'm trash. Is that what you're saying?
So then here's my
Man right there. Birds of a feather.
So then here's the problem at, because I've always been big on personal growth and development, and the one thing I've realized in the years and years that I've been reading personal growth and development is that this stuff, chickens, pigeons, eagles, reds, greens, blues, all of this stuff is not even, and I wish people would say it, in the very beginning, but most of this stuff is for certain types of people. And it really is for people that are dissatisfied. Because the people that are satisfied, who cares if you're a chicken, pigeon, or eagle? It's only for the people that are dissatisfied with something, some area of their life because those are the only people that are going to be driven to go and find the information. The people that could care less one way or the other aren't going to be driven to find the information to say, you know what, I could do better. I know that I could do better, so I should do better. Because otherwise, you're like, I'm good. Because I remember it to this day when we asked somebody what their dreams and goals were, and they said they had done everything they wanted to do.
I'm good.
So for that person, are they then an eagle becomes the question. If they look around, because I bet their circle probably feels the same way about it. I've done everything I wanted to do at 30. But then you got the other people that would actually be people that might actually hear this message or might actually be looking up information similar to this because something in them says this is not all I'm meant to be. Or they come across some information and now something is deposited that says this is not all I'm meant to be.
Sparked their curiosity.
But it's such a personal decision. Like
It is.
Right.
Because I will say
Some people like it though, like you said. Some people like it.
they do it. Well, and I would say it also depends because I think sometimes that we have a tendency, if you are if you feel like you are striving for excellence and doing these things, then we tend to look down upon people who don't want the same things we want. Unknowingly. Like we don't do it on purpose. I think it's human nature to point fingers at other people and say they should be doing better. Look at me.
Looking down on other people.
Yeah.
Basically.
I think it's at this point in human history, I think it's human nature to say, I did it, or I'm doing better, or I improved my mindset, you should be able to. Not looking at all the fortunate things that happen to get you to where you are.
All right. On a positive note, let's talk about Eagles, metaphorically speaking, with the topic. Who or what are some of the things that y'all look up to that motivate y'all?
Calvin?
What motivates me? I am very self-driven. It's like I'm trying to achieve certain things. So who do I look up to would be hard. Yeah, because everybody I would say that I would want to be like, if you had to kind of use that terminology.
Just I mean, if whatever, however you want to perceive it, is just like,
that's real, because the things that I want to accomplish, the people that have done that I personally could say, okay, if I had to model anybody, I would want to be something similar to these people. They're dead. Yeah, so I don't know how else to answer that.
All right, for those in the Lane Bryant section.
In the Lane Bryant section?
All right, well, Alan, you want to go shoot your shot?
For me, it just, there's only really one thing. What I look at is I look at free people. And when I say free, I mean people that are living the lifestyle they want to live and make no complaints about the lifestyle, whatever that lifestyle is. Because to me, those are the people that are free. Because I tell people in a heartbeat, like if there is, some people, love to work, meaning that they like if they are in real estate, they really love real estate. Nope. Not at all. It's a means to an end. For me, everything is a means to an end, and the end is freedom. So whatever I'm doing is a means to an end. Now, I will say, I do like the podcast. But I was railing away in the dark at my phone for a very long time anyway, just recording stuff before this ever came up. I got voice notes on voice notes going back years before this ever was a thing. So if there was a thing that I would do for free that had nothing to do with freedom, it would be this. But we're doing this, so.
And
I did everything I wanted to do. No, I'm stuck.
As far as motivation, I would say that there are several things that motivate me. And it's not a particular person per se, but the family, when I look at them, they motivate me to try to achieve more, to try to be the best me I can be. When I look at Alan and Calvin, the way they are driven with their businesses and their organizations, the nonprofit organizations, that's one thing that I think that keeps me sharp, because I feel as if being that they're in my immediate circle, I can't be a chicken, if you will. So
Look,
I'm just motivated. I'm just motivated to be the best me I can be and be financially stable. And I want to be eventually free, that I can do the things that I want to do without having to worry about a 9 to 5 or having to be somewhere and be clocked and things of that nature.
Yeah. I say it this way. You want to be able to take a 6-month vacation.
Yes. Every year.
Twice a year.
Oh my God. I would love that. Twice? I was shooting for once a year.
6 months. I know people. I do know people. I haven't talked to them in a very long time, but I know people that have taken an entire year, and all they did for the year was country to country, travel the world.
That's nice. That's nice.
They did say they almost got killed in Russia, but
Oh yeah, there's a few people I've talked to that's overseas.
But with no need to come back, like meaning that they only came back because it was like they left after Christmas and came back for Christmas because they wanted to spend Christmas with their family or whatever. But they had no children or whatever, no ties that made them have to return.
Y'all don't want to come on the side? Okay, I guess
and then when they missed the people that they cared about, they said, "Hey, I got you a plane ticket. Come on out and see me in Spain." And then and then sent them back. But that's, to me, that's what, when I say freedom, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about like, oh, I'm eating crackers and bread, but I don't have no job. I mean, like free. Exactly. No chickens out here, man.
Calvin?
But if you're a chicken, it's fine.
What was the question?
Could you repeat the question? There was no question. I was just calling your name out because you was quiet.
No, but again, let me emphasize this again. We're dealing with mindset, man. If you feel like, if you look around you, and obviously you guys aren't, if you got a pattern of destructive behavior in your family and in your house for yourself, I would not be around you. You know it.
You know it.
Yeah, you know it. But that's what I'm talking about. It really deals with your mindset more or less than what you accomplish or what you achieve.
So what I'm understanding is you have a small circle.
Yeah.
I mean, I do too. I have a small.
No,
I have a small circle.
To me, again, I do that for a reason.
I've gotten better though.
I'm okay with having a small, intimate. To me, you have the crowd, you have the people on the outside that know you, your acquaintances and stuff like that. You got your coworkers, but only a few handful. If you got 5 people that really, really know you, then you're doing good. You all right.
I would also say it depends on what you're involved in, because some of the things that I'm involved in don't really allow you to not be around these chickens, pigeons, and eagles, because am I not supposed to talk to people?
And that's the thing. That's why
that's
why it rubs me the wrong way.
But look at it from a very, very natural sense. All of these animals exist in the world. Only eagles are the only ones that you do not see close by pigeons and chickens.
They normally eat
because of what they eat, because of where they live, and because of their environment.
I mean,
so that's what I'm saying.
But guess what?
We do see a little bit of everything in our life. We do see a little bit of everybody. But where do you live in your mind? Where's your mindset? How do you go about your day-to-day activities? Do you go about it with an excellent mindset? Do you go about it, I'm going to let it go and I don't care what I do? Come on, man. Really? I know y'all better than that. So I know that's, again.
So guess who else ain't around chickens, Calvin?
What happened?
Guess who else ain't around chickens?
Who ain't?
Hawks. Crows. I mean,
if I will say this.
What was the statement?
I will say.
What was the statement?
I will say this.
I'm a hawk. They faster anyway.
No, look. See, this is why I
don't even know why do we use eagles anyway? Like they get murked all the time by all kinds of animals.
Eagles are like garbage.
Yeah, they mad garbage.
Eagles are actually garbage. If you look it up, that I don't even know why they use.
But we use it in the United States because we got bald eagles as the.
Lord. What do you say, Calvin?
Flies at a high altitude. So if there's something flying at high altitude,
you know what else flies at high altitude? An albatross. Like, I need to move, man.
I'm looking this up.
These Americans be getting on my nerves.
Albatross?
Yeah, albatross. And they fly mad far. For lack of a better term.
Birds. I'm looking it up. Oh, okay. What's the highest altitude? Anyway, I'll do that on my own time. So
they got the longest wingspan, a 12-foot wingspan on a bird, my guy. We out here talking about eagles. They old 6-foot wingspan. Get out of here.
He hating on the Eagles. He hating on the Eagles.
But I understand what they're saying. I also understand why they say it's because of the country we live in. If we lived somewhere else, they would talk about it. Like if we lived in South America, they would talk about eagles too, because they got harpy eagles are the largest eagles on the planet, and they are ginormous.
Got you.
They also eat primates. Like they eat monkeys.
Cue the music.
It's crazy. Go ahead, Calvin.
Cue the music.
Cue the music.
Anybody cueing no music? We still talking about pigeons. We ain't even get to pigeons yet.
Pigeons, pigeons, we ain't give you no love.
Hey, they said it, no pigeons.
Oh my God. Yo, TLC throwback. Okay. Anyway,
no pigeons.
Yeah, you remember No Scrubs, and there was the other song, No Pigeons.
Oh man, that was dang.
I know, back in the 90s, man.
All right, off topic. Back on topic. Hey, let's go ahead and get the music queued up. Calvin, Allen, let's get some closing thoughts out here in these streets, man. We're going to get up out of here. All right, I guess I'll start. So, with that being said, everybody has the potential to be eagle, people. All right? And if you in my circle, I see you as an eagle. Well, I just see you as a person that I admire in one way or another. That's what it is. There's something particular about you that has drawn me to you, that allowed us to connect, communicate, and potentially growth, man. So shout out to you. And shout out to all the chickens, pigeons, and eagles.
Hey, Calvin.
Oh, my God.
I got something else terrible for you. You want to know what the highest flying bird is?
What's that?
A vulture.
Oh, my God.
See? But anyway, hey, people, you definitely can. You definitely, listen, at the end of the day, your life.
What is happening?
Your life is whatever you decide you want it to be, and just live with the best of your ability, man. Do everything to the best of your ability, and let everything else fall where it may. Just do that. That's how I look at it. Just, if you're washing dishes, wash them janks, right? You're cleaning your clothes, clean them janks. You're washing your body, get all the crevices. Do everything with excellence. That's all I got. Go ahead, Cal.
If you see a bunch of chickens, you flying too low. You're flying too low. Y'all have a good one.
We'll see y'all next week.